Chaos behind closed doors. Wang Yibo reportedly confronts Xiao Zhan over explosive affair with his stepsister. In what may go down as one of the most shocking revelations in the history of Sea entertainment, sources claim that tensions between Chinese superstars Wang Yibo and Shiao Jean have erupted into physical confrontation after Wang allegedly discovered a romantic affair between Shiao Jean and the woman he detests the most, his stepsister. While both Wang Yibo and Shiao Jean have long been celebrated for their close working relationship and even rumored friendship, insiders are now painting a much darker picture. One that involves betrayal, secrets, and a rage-fueled confrontation that took place behind the gated walls of Shiao Zhan's high-end residence. Let's take a deep dive into what's being whispered behind the curtains, and why this story has everyone in the entertainment world holding their breath. Chapter 1. The Calm Before the Storm. For years, Wang Yibo and Shiao Jean were viewed as the ultimate duo. Ever since their breakout roles in The Untamed, fans have celebrated their chemistry both on and off screen. Social media platforms were flooded with photos, edits, and fan fiction portraying them as inseparable. But something changed. Over the past few months, eagle-eyed fans began to notice subtle shifts in their public interactions. Where there were once warm smiles and casual jokes, now there seemed to be calculated distance. At public events, the two barely exchanged glances. In press conferences, their answers were rigid, rehearsed, and noticeably void of the camaraderie they were once known for. People chalked it up to their busy schedules, until now. Chapter 2. The stepsister nobody talks about. Wang Yibo's relationship with his stepsister has long been a topic that rarely surfaces. Though she has kept a low profile, those close to the actor say she was a divisive figure in his life. Born from his father's second marriage, she reportedly clashed with Wang Yibo over family inheritance, career choices, and personal values. She was the one person he never wanted to be around, a former associate of Wang's shared. He felt she manipulated people, including their own family members. He hated the way she always managed to turn situations in her favor. According to sources close to the situation, this same woman, who Wang has avoided for years, entered the picture again a few months ago. Not through family reunions or apologies, but through someone he considered a brother. That someone, Shiao Jean. Chapter 3. Secret meetings and hidden messages. Rumors began to swirl when a series of mysterious Instagram stories from Shiao Zhan's private circle showed a woman who bore a striking resemblance to Wang Yibo's estranged stepsister. Some fans dismissed the claims as fan paranoia, until she was seen wearing a distinct jade bracelet that paparazzi once photographed on her wrist during a family event with Wang Yibo. But what stunned the public was a now-deleted video from a popular entertainment blogger, who claimed to have footage of Shiao Jean and the woman dining together at a private hotel lounge in Hangzhou. The blogger claimed that the two were laughing, holding hands under the table, and seemed deeply intimate. It wasn't casual, the blogger insisted. You could feel the chemistry. They weren't trying to hide it either, not from the staff or anyone around. Chapter 4. The Breaking Point. Multiple unconfirmed reports suggest that Wang Yibo confronted Shiao Jean in private after finding out the truth. What was supposed to be a calm discussion reportedly turned into a violent exchange when emotions flared out of control. According to a staff member living in the same complex as Shiao Jean, loud noises were heard around midnight coming from his residence. Shouting, furniture being moved, and what sounded like a heated argument. The next morning, Shiao Jean was seen leaving the house wearing sunglasses and a hoodie, with what appeared to be a minor bruise on his jaw. Paparazzi photos circulated quickly, and while his agency brushed it off as an accidental fall during rehearsals, others weren't buying it. Wang Yibo, on the other hand, was seen canceling an appearance he had scheduled for the following day, citing emergency personal matters. Chapter 5. Silence speaks louder. Neither star has addressed the rumors directly. However, actions have spoken volumes. Both actors unfollowed each other on Weibo, their shared promotional content has been pulled, and fan accounts once dedicated to their friendship have either gone silent or shut down entirely. Shiao Zhan's agency has refused to comment on his relationship status, while Wang Yibo's team issued a cryptic statement saying, Mr. Wang is currently focusing on work and personal reflection. He appreciates the support of his fans. This only fueled the speculation. Chapter 6. A scandal that could change everything. The scandal threatens to shake the very foundation of their careers. Both actors have millions of fans worldwide, brand endorsements, international projects, and a reputation that has taken years to build. Already, some brands are said to be reviewing their partnerships with both men, wary of the impact a scandal like this could have on their image. Industry insiders fear that if this turns into a legal battle, or worse, if more personal footage is leaked, their careers may suffer irreparably. "There's so much more at stake than people realize," said one veteran PR manager. "This isn't just about two stars fighting. It's about contracts, billions in endorsements, and public trust." Chapter 7. The Woman in the Middle. So far, the alleged stepsister at the center of the drama has remained silent. No public statements. No appearances. Her social media accounts have gone private, and some are claiming she has left the country entirely. But others believe she may be preparing to tell her side of the story. "If she speaks out, everything could change," one source said. "She holds the key to proving whether this was a simple misunderstanding or something far more calculated." Already, several media outlets are reportedly offering large sums for an exclusive interview, hoping to get the scoop that will dominate headlines for months. Chapter 8. What happens now? In the wake of the scandal, fans have taken sides. Some fiercely defend Wang Yibo's actions, saying any man would lose control after discovering such a betrayal. Others are pleading with Xiao Jean, urging him to clarify what really happened before the narrative spins completely out of control. Fan wars have erupted on social platforms, with hashtags like #ProtectWangYibo and #StandWithXiaoZhan trending for hours. And while all of this unfolds in the public eye, the two men at the heart of the storm remain shrouded in silence. Final thoughts. When brotherhood breaks. Whether the confrontation was physical or not, one thing is clear. Something has ruptured between Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan, and the fallout is already making waves far beyond their immediate circle. In an industry where public image is everything, trust is currency, and secrets are often buried deep, this scandal serves as a reminder of just how human, even the brightest stars, really are. If the rumors are true, this marks the end of one of China's most beloved on-screen duos. If they're not, then the silence from both camps is a costly gamble with their legacies on the line. One thing's certain: the entertainment world and their fans will never look at them the same way again. Chapter 9. The Aftermath, Loyalty, Lies and Leaks. Just when the dust seemed to be settling, things took an even more dramatic turn. Less than 72 hours after reports of the alleged confrontation began circulating, a shocking voice recording surfaced online. A distorted male voice, allegedly belonging to someone in Xiao Zhan's inner circle, can be heard discussing a heated exchange over a girl Yibo couldn't stand. Although the recording doesn't explicitly name anyone, netizens immediately linked it to the ongoing feud. Was it real? A setup? A distraction? No one knew for sure, but what followed next left fans and insiders scrambling. That evening, screenshots of private text messages, allegedly between Xiao Zhan and the stepsister, were leaked. They showed affectionate language, plans to meet secretly, and multiple attempts by Xiao Zhan to explain everything to Yibo before it gets worse. The most damning line. One that read, "I never meant to hurt him, but I don't regret loving you." Within hours, both agencies moved fast. Legal threats were issued to platforms hosting the leaks. Fan forums began disappearing, and several entertainment blogs who had shared the screenshots were suddenly under investigation. Still, the damage had been done. The world was watching, and silence no longer seemed to be an option. Chapter 10. Yibo's inner circle speaks out. Wang Yibo, who had kept an iron-tight grip on his privacy since the alleged incident, finally let cracks show, indirectly. A close friend and former dance team member posted a cryptic message on Weibo. "When the person you trust the most becomes the reason you start doubting everyone else, there's no going back." The post was deleted within an hour, But not before screenshots went viral. Then came the interview that lit a fire under the situation. A former backup dancer who once toured with both stars anonymously told a digital tabloid, "There's always been unspoken tension between them. Yibo felt like Xiao Zhan smiled with his mouth but never with his eyes. This affair. It wasn't just betrayal, it was calculated." The entertainment world split once again. Was Xiao Zhan a victim of love, or a master manipulator? And more importantly, was this feud about a woman or something far deeper? Chapter 11. Industry repercussions. The Chinese entertainment industry thrives on image control and fan loyalty. When those foundations crack, so does everything built on top of them. Rumors began swirling that major drama projects involving either actor were being quietly delayed or shelved altogether. A luxury brand that had signed Shiao Jean as a global ambassador stopped promoting his campaign without explanation. Meanwhile, Wang Yibo's name was quietly dropped from a highly anticipated variety show episode that had already been filmed. Behind the scenes, insiders whispered that producers and advertisers were panicking. "They don't care what's true or false," said one studio executive anonymously. "They care about control. And right now, no one has it." Even agencies began feeling the heat. Fans flooded official Weibo pages, demanding statements, apologies, or at the very least, clarity. But none came. Chapter 12. Shiao Jean breaks his silence. Finally, after weeks of rumors, silence, and mounting pressure, Shiao Jean addressed the storm. In a somber midnight post on Weibo, he wrote, "I have made mistakes, but none were made with the intention of harming anyone. To those who believed in me, I am sorry for the pain this situation has caused. I value the relationships I've built, both personal and professional, and hope for peace, not war." The post sent shockwaves. He didn't deny the affair. He didn't deny the confrontation. And most notably, he didn't deny the woman at the center of it all. Wang Yibo didn't respond directly. But hours later, he posted a black and white photo of a sunset, captioned simply, "Some endings aren't endings. They're just points of no return." Fans were left to interpret. Was this the end of their bond, or the start of a war no one saw coming? Chapter 13. The public turns. As new layers continued to unfold, the fanbase fractured. Some stood firm behind Wang Yibo, painting him as the betrayed victim, the man blindsided by someone he trusted. Others defended Xiao Zhan, arguing that love isn't something that can be controlled, and that everyone deserves the right to follow their heart, even when it leads them into murky waters. But a third group emerged, those who wanted nothing more than the truth, not filtered through agencies, cryptic posts, or anonymous insiders. Just truth. Online forums began trending with hashtags like #WhatReallyHappened, #Justice for Both, #Let Them Speak. Even mainstream media began pushing for clarity,